One. Welcome, sports fans, to another live broadcast here at the Cat's Den in River Falls, Wisconsin. We just had one of our broadcasters walk off because he's got to go down for senior night. And looks like they're going to come in from the left side. So if you don't know, tonight is River Falls Wildcats girls basketball senior night. We have 3 seniors. And I got to figure out how to change this screen over. There we go. We're not 100% sure if they're doing senior night right now or in a little bit. And looks like the parents are not quite sure either. So we're going to give this a minute to kind of see what's going on. But
looks like the seniors have flowers, so that's a sign that we're going to start it off with that.
Yeah. Because I think they do a little bit of the kids say something about each senior too.
Yep.
I don't know if that happens right now or later.
Yep. I do believe that the seniors, the kids that talked about them, I think they did a little video.
Okay. And it looks like Sticht has the mic, but let's pop them up here real quick. We've got 3 seniors tonight, right? We've got Maddie Vitt,
The Maverick.
Riley Dubois, and Kaylin Jalowitz. Those are our 3 seniors that'll be coming out here tonight. Be honored for all the great work that they've put into the program over the years.
You bet.
So we're going to just kind of hang out here for a second and figure out what we got going on. And, this is the part where Eric's usually talking. And
yeah, so Justin and I are just going to stare at each other and not say anything. And
so listen to the silence. But Coach Sticht here, he has the mic. Hey, bud, you want to zoom in towards or you don't have to zoom, I guess. You can. What's that? Yeah, you're good. You just might get a lot of people coming up and down right now. So we just finished up. They had the boys game going on, the JV game on the main court here. That just finished up. Wildcats won that. Our JV squad was over in the auxiliary gym.
Yep, I talked to Jason Schwantz, and he said they didn't play their best, lost by about 20. Said they looked a little bit tired.
Okay.
Said Richmond had a couple of really good players, and that's the hard part, like we were talking about coming off. We haven't played, it feels like, for a month. It's probably more like 2 weeks, and kind of takes you the first 10 minutes to kind of remember what we're doing and kind of get into the flow, and it sounded like that's what happened with the JV game. So.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it has been a while with the holidays and the different breaks and all of that going on. Hi, Eric, waving down there. All right.
So the boys play right after this, correct, Justin?
That is correct.
7:15, 7:30 start.
Yep. All right. So Sticht is talking around. I'm going to try and mic him to here. So hopefully y'all can hear this.
We cannot thank you guys enough for everything you've done. We are so grateful that
All righty, there is our 3 seniors.
Yeah, shout out to the 3 seniors, Justin. I know last year with Shy and, her going through, you do all this as their little kids, and then they get to be big kids, and then you blink, and then it's over, right? It's a special night for not only the seniors who've put a ton of effort, time into this, but also, the parents as well in supporting their athletes. So.
No, it is. It's very special. And Eric, welcome back.
Welcome
Great job out there. It's good to see you out on the court there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, again, special night, right? Like you said, a lot of time and effort goes into this, and it's getting to be bittersweet because it's going to be the end soon. But it's been a lot of fun watching these girls, especially these seniors too over the years. Obviously, they played really close in age, just a year behind Cheyenne, so it's been fun watching all of them going up through the ages. I mean, I think I remember the first time I met you was running into you here at some coaching clinic.
Yeah, I think it was.
Back when we were coaching the girls.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago. So.
Yeah, we all 3 of us have been a part of that.
Yeah.
Coaching the girls, and a lot of time gets put into it.
Yeah.
Kind of neat to see it play it all the way through. You've already been there. Time's getting short for me, and Sean's got 1 more year left.
Short. Yeah, goes quick.
Yeah, enjoy it all.
Yeah, and I think especially, and you sit back and look on this, and I'm sure, Justin, since you're on here, Shy, she can look back with great memories, and it's probably not about all the games you won and, the crowds and all. It's about the time you get to spend with all your friends and the experiences that you get along with that.
Yeah,
so.
100%. I mean, I think about back in the days when I played, and it's like, I don't remember. There's a few games you remember, but most of it you don't. But you remember those bus rides home and the stuff you did in the locker rooms that you probably weren't supposed to, and the fun you had and the lessons you learned from playing a sport. So
you bet.
So I think even as the parent, so I'm up here, I'm trying to remember the last few years. I don't remember a lot of what happened in the games.
Yeah.
But I remember going out to Swinging Bridge afterwards with all you guys. And that's the part you remember.
Well, you do. That's who you meet a lot of your core friends from, when you're playing sports and you spend hours and weekend after weekend in the gym. And it's a lot of good times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Kaylin and Maddie, they have spent a ton of time together with basketball from, starting in, I think, 5th grade is when Maddie moved here. And not only just River Falls ball, but, we got some pictures that we can show later of them doing AAU ball, during the summers and those types of things. So they've spent so much time together.
Yeah, we could throw some of them up here. This I think must have been Crazy Hair Day.
Yeah.
For Kaylin over there on the right, and then this is back in the COVID era. You can
that
see
is COVID era. So that's
they've got the
2020
pulled down
time frame. Yeah, that's got to be either 8th grade or freshman year. Yes, Crazy Hair Day. Kaylin wanted that one shown because she said her hair doesn't look like that very often. And actually, in the top row, the second one from the left is Jenna Gretzlock. She plays for New Richmond, so we will see her tonight. She starts for New Richmond, number 11.
Speaking of New Richmond, how has New Richmond been doing this year?
Yeah, so New Richmond, if you remember last year, it was a super tough year for them. They went through the whole season without winning a game, which is got to be a demoralizing, experience to go through. They have come back this year. They have a new coach, Justin Ritzer. He is a New Richmond alum. He's in his first year. They're 4-4 this year, so they're obviously a marked improvement.
Yep.
They have not won any conference games yet, but they just won 2 in a row over the break here. So they played it, in a holiday tournament or a holiday, couple games and won them both. So they're coming in with 2 wins. Obviously, River Falls, we are sitting at 1-9. Rough first part of the year. Our last game was prior to the break against Eau Claire Memorial. Obviously, it was a scoreboard shows that it was a beatdown, but I thought the girls played well.
I did too. I tuned in on that one, and I don't know if it was because they were playing faster or what it was, but that first half especially, they played really well, and so hopefully, it's been a while since they've been back out on the court, but hopefully they get those practices in, fix a few things, and then get some time here and
Exactly.
get after this one.
Yeah, and I think it
Exactly.
was one of those games where it's like, hey, we scored 40 points, and they're really aggressive, and they're really athletic, really talented, and they kind of turn you over, and it's like, well, that's good, but what's even better than that is, for the first 7 minutes of the game when everybody was fresh, we played with them, right? And we competed, and we didn't play intimidated. Obviously you could kind of see they're rotating 10 kids. We were rotating, maybe one, maybe two off the bench. So, just the amount of bodies they threw in there. But I think it was one of those games where you can take away a lot of good things in a game that looks lopsided on the scoreboard and say, that was good, so was that, and so was that, right?
We talked about it a little during the broadcast that, there were – you break the game into stretches, and there were stretches that our girl, River Falls won some of those stretches, right? Obviously, Memorial won more stretches, but that's how you've got to build, especially when you've got a young team. They're still trying to find themselves. That's what you gotta look for.
Yep, definitely.
So New Richmond, they're led by sophomore Miley Covey. She's really the one that makes the team go. She's very active on both ends. She leads this team in scoring, assists, and steals. So she's averaging 16.1 points a game.
Wow.
So she's legit. She's a sophomore. She's their point guard. I have a feeling that we are going to see a healthy dose of Kaylin on her defensively. So do what they can to slow her down and make the rest of the team beat them.
Yeah, if I remember, like from last year, I'm sure obviously she's gotten better, but I remember her being very impressive as a ninth grader too. For a team that didn't have a lot of success last year, she had to have the ball in her hands a lot and try to create things. So obviously, if New Richmond's won 4 games, their other players have gotten better too, and maybe it is making her more effective. But I like our matchup with Kaylin on just about any guard that can score with her length and her toughness, and she doesn't get pushed off the line. So that'll be a fun matchup here to watch tonight.
For sure. I think the other keys to this game are going to be, again, we talked about it, that energy, that tempo, starting the game. Let's set that energy and tempo. If they can do that, I think that'll go a long way. And then I think just looking at what advantages do we have, right? We don't have anybody. They don't have anybody with the size and athleticism of Abigail Treichel either down low.
Right.
So you've got a 6'5", post player, that's got a lot, can jump out of the gym. Let's use that.
Yeah.
I expect her to get a ton of rebounds today. We'll use Kaylin's speed, get into the rim, and that should open things up for Addie on the outside to knock some shots down too.
Yeah, and I think, kind of like we talked about a little bit maybe with the Chippewa Falls game is, coming out with some intensity. I know it's going to be hard to turn up the volume after it feels like we haven't played in a month. It kind of feels like the first game of the year.
Yeah.
But come out with that same intensity and then finish the play with the rebound, right?
Right.
And then we can get into our offense and push the basketball a little bit. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's what we got to do. We've got some being senior night. You got 3 seniors. I know you guys have talked about them.
Yep.
Kay and Maddie and Riley. Kay is going to be our featured baller of the game tonight, so she's going to come after the game and do an interview for us. So
Go
that's
KK.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, having a long stretch, now we're really getting back into the swing of it, right? We played Friday night, and then we played Monday night at Prescott late, and then we followed up with another Friday night game at Hudson. So I think after the long stretch of not playing, while it was nice from a parent's standpoint, and I'm sure from the kids to kind of have a week off of basketball, kind of getting back into the flow, because we were doing some really good things up until break, and kind of had a good rhythm and identity. So,
yeah. Yeah. So, it's fun looking at New Richmond. There's a few of the girls that I mentioned that Kaylin and Maddie have played with and against in AAU ball as well. So I mentioned Jenna Gretzlock, but JJ Von Wald's another one. She's number 23. So a couple seniors out there that they've seen a lot of, they know well.
Sure.
So it's always fun to be able to have those build those relationships outside of just your own team and then bump into them and play against them.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun deal.
Yeah. And that's so easy now in this day of AAU and how many programs are that you're able to to become friends and play with kids from different schools, and then you get to reconvene twice a year and tip it up against them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we're going to see from them tonight, and what I've seen just looking at what I have looked at, is they're going to be a scrappy team.
Yeah,
they're going to be they're going to come at you hard. So you got to be ready to match that intensity.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those two where teams that come out scrappy and play hard, we got to make sure that we match that and don't remember that the game started 5 minutes too late, right? Because it can get away from you pretty quick for a team that's hungry, and obviously they played a couple times over break. So I'm expecting our girls to come out and get after it.
Yeah, I hope so. I say we got Papa Joe Jalowitz, Kaylin's grandpa, is tuned in, watching from Lockport, Illinois.
Lockport, Illinois.
Beautiful. Lockport,
Beautiful.
Illinois.
Beautiful. No, but you were talking about coming out, and not waiting for 5 minutes. Over the last few years, I mean, even maybe 3 years, we have always come out very slow.
Sure.
And we go 5, 6, 7 minutes, and sometimes don't even have a bucket yet. So I think one of the keys to this game, confidence-wise, and just being on a week-long stretch of not playing, it's going to be important for them to come out, get a few buckets right away, and keep that rolling.
Yep.
I say it all the time, but I would love to see us slap a press on in the beginning and just to get the blood flowing.
Yeah, if nothing else, even if you don't turn them over and even if you give up a quick bucket, at least it kind of wakes everybody up and reminds them that the game did start. Right?
Exactly.
We got a doubleheader here tonight. So the JV boys and girls have already played varsity. The reason the varsity girls game is starting at 5:30 is we're going to follow it up with a varsity boys game against New Richmond also following this game. So I see we got Westy over here getting set up. He was having trouble. It's hard to get the plug in around the gate. So
and he
was struggling.
Longer cord and
so a little. He found a little munchkin that could get down there and get his hands in there. Our cameraman helped him out.
I did put in the request for a new plug-in here.
Perfect.
Yeah. So before the game,
we did some surgery.
You did fine work. Our power board that gives us basically our mic and headphones, the power outlet pulled apart and broke. So we had to get our old eyes and shaky hands together and do some rewiring. But I think we got her to go. Money. What else do we know?
What else do we know? How was everybody's break?
It was wonderful.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I was off of work for almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's nice.
Went back yesterday and today and just kind of trying to remember how to work.
It's always fun getting back into it, right?
Yeah, but it's still been a little bit slow, so it's been a nice easing in.
Yeah, that's good.
How about you guys? Anything exciting?
Yeah, it was kind of one of those, if you were working, it kind of felt like there was 3 days that were Sundays, right? You'd have a couple days off, and then be like, what day is it, right?
Yeah.
So, no, it was good. It was a good break.
Yeah, Stacy did the long time off. I mean, she took off basically from Christmas Eve till she went back yesterday for the first time. So she had that same thing where I started after Christmas. After that weekend, I jumped in on Monday again, did a couple days.
Yeah.
And I just laughed because, she was planning things, and I'm going, what are you talking about? That's not today. Well, what day is it? You lose track of time when you
do.
You have that many days off in a row.
But then you run into it like today. I thought it was Tuesday, and I'm like, oh wait, it's Friday. This is a beautiful thing.
It's kind of nice, isn't it? Right.
Yeah, it was a quick week.
Well,
have you seen this officiating crew? I don't think we've had them yet.
I have not.
No.
I had noticed that when I saw them getting going here. So
it's good to see some other faces.
You bet. Maybe
we need
Yet to be determined, right?
No, you're right. We definitely need more officials. So there's only so many Gary Campbells out there.
Yeah,
that is true. The wizard himself.
The wizard. Well, they're kind of getting ready here. What do we got? 30 seconds till we start announcing Well, we got the national anthem, and then they'll start announcing the starters for tonight.
This their new head coach. His daughter played with Cheyenne. Actually, played AAU ball with her for a couple of years.
Abby?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
In it. I noticed there's a 9th grader on the JV team that's Lindsay Ritzer.
Ah, okay.
So must be another, could be another daughter.
One, yeah. All righty, we will do some announcements here and get ready for the national anthem.
All right, national anthem time.
We ask all who are able to please stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
All right. Ready to lock in. All right, starting lineups for the New Richmond Tigers.
5'7", sophomore,
Number 2, sophomore, Miley Covey.
5'9", sophomore,
Number 3, 5'9" sophomore, Alex Wold. Number 11, 5'9" senior, Jenna Gretzlock. Number 12, 5'5" junior, McKenna Richter. And number 23, 5'9" senior, JJ Von Wald. Now the starters for the Cats.
5'6", senior, number 3, Madeline.
Number 3, 5'6" senior, Maddie Vitt, the Maverick.
5'10", senior, number 4, Kaylin Jalowitz.
Number 4, 5'10" senior, Kaylin Jalowitz, the Jolly Rancher. Number 10, 5'7" freshman, Rylan Stick, the Razor. 5'13" junior, number 12, Abigail Trickle, the Admiral. And finally, the Riptide, number 24, junior, Addie Tim.
All right, let's
They
hoop.
look
All
ready.
right. Yeah.
So I see one of their seniors that usually starts, number 34, Kayla Mazzola. She is in street clothes, so she's not playing tonight. She's usually their big down there, so
Okay.
it'll be interesting to watch that. All right, let's get this thing started. Trickle gets the tip. And here come the Tigers. Here comes Covey right off the bat, looking for Von Wall across, and there's a huge block by Abigail Treichel. Goes right back to JJ, though, and she puts it in.
Unfortunate bounce there.
Yeah. They start in a trap, and that we can't go back and forth like that. So I think Abigail was set up just on the other side of half court. She saw the open person, pass it to him. That was Mattivit, but that was on the wrong side of the court. All right, here comes Covey over to Gretzlock. Being guarded by Ryland Stick. Richter with it now. She's going to the hoop. She's trying to go in amongst the trees, and there we got a block by Abigail, and she pulls down that rebound as well.
Looks like they're in a man-to-man.
They're in a man here, yep. So I'm guessing off a make, they'll jump into it. There's Addie Tim, 4-3. Just off, fighting for the rebound. That's going to be Gretzlock that picks it up. And again, here come your New Richmond Tigers.
Good K.
Richter back up to Gretzlock. Gretzlock over to Richter. This is Alex Wold with it now up top. Into the corner. Good defense there by Mattivit.
All right.
Yep. So Jenna Gretzlock was out of bounds. Tried to jump back in.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Yep. All right, so I think, they're trying to turn us over maybe on the second or third pass, so it's important when we catch it. If we don't have something, we don't have to throw it ahead, right?
Kaylin gets it up. Yep. Finds Maddie. Maddie pushes the pace. Oh, tries to get it around the defender to Ryland Stick, and just I think she was expecting that ball to bounce a little bit different.
Yep.
All right, 2-0. Tigers have the lead. Look for the Cats to gain some composure here.
Good feet, K.
Yep.
Good hand.
Good defense.
Good closeout.
Addie guarding Alex Wold. Smiley Covey, she's got nowhere to go. Wow.
Huh.
Called a foul on that.
Okay.
I think she did get her on the arm coming through.
Yeah.
There's JJ Von Walt. Shoots it up. She puts it in. They're going to jump right back into that press. That's get taken away from Kaylin. There's a travel.
Good job.
That was good D by Kay.
I think we got to attack this a little bit
We
more.
do.
Yeah.
I feel like we're kind of waiting and seeing what's there, and they need to attack it.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree. There you go. There's a good attack
Get
by
that corner
Maddie.
and go.
Across to Kaylin. There's a good attack. Out to Ryland Stick. Ryland's
Get
going to
it.
pull the trigger on it. Not there. Miley Covey runs down that rebound.
Good
Good block by Kaylin. Now she was
just
standing out of
standing
bounds
out.
when she grabbed it. That's all right. That was a good block.
You bet.
Tigers ball out of bounds. Trying to find somebody. They're going to throw it over half court. That's fine.
You can do that.
You can do that.
That's us.
Tough cut.
You
That's
bet.
going to be, that's going to be white ball. Back to the Wildcats. We got the Maverick down there tying a shoe.
Yeah, you bet.
Double knot that
Safety
thing.
first.
Get that, safety first. I love it. Maddie trying to attack that thing.
Mr. Nelson in the house.
Yep, it's going to be white ball, I believe. I feel like they've got 4 girls to our 2 up top. But we need to even that out a little bit. Coming in the game is Madison Comroe. She is a freshman.
There you go.
Okay.
Good, now get out, Addie.
Attacks. Good job.
You bet.
Down low all the way to Ryland, and Jenna Gretzlock. Looked like she got a hand on
Yeah.
that one. Ryland was a little too far under the basket on
Yeah.
that one. Good defense by Abigail. Out to Richter. She's going to shoot it up for three, and that goes in.
Must have carried in the wind. I thought it
Yeah.
was short as well.
Yeah, look. Richmond off to a good start.
Good job by Maddie breaking that thing. Got to get this ball in the bucket here. Get it good. There we go. Down to Kaylin.
one.
She goes up
You
with it.
bet.
She gets
There we go.
fouled. Good look by Ryland Stick. That's going to be on 15, the freshman Comro. Puts Kaylin in the line and try to get us off this 0.
There,
There you
girl.
go.
Puts in the first.
There we go.
Look who we got coming.
Mr. Peters.
Gregory
Mr.
Peters.
Peters is walking on in here.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. All right.
Kaylin makes them both.
All right, let's get a stop.
Yep.
All right, so I think when we break the press, getting in the half court and running a little
No,
off.
who's got her? Nobody's got her. We got lucky there.
Dodged a bullet.
Yep,
There.
dodged a bullet. Coach
Stick
Stick.
immediately
yeah.
calls timeout.
No, those are types of things we can't have, right? I mean, we're a varsity team here.
Yeah.
That happens in 5th grade.
Yeah,
we can't have it
did we
happen
have
here.
a substitution? I didn't even notice to where they just weren't communicating?
Yeah.
Or were half in zone and half in man? I didn't
Right.
see.
Right, so I think when we break the press, obviously we're getting good looks, but I think we, obviously we're working hard to get it over half court, and then we're taking quick shots. I think we got to make them work once we get it
Yeah,
over half
I
court.
agree.
Because I think our offense and our dribble drive and penetration against these guys, I think we can get them moving. And then we also have the opportunity to get Abby Treichel some touches down there
Yeah.
where we have a huge size advantage, right?
Right, but the last three times we broke it, it's been a pass.
It's a
and
quick shot. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Absolutely.
There you go. Now go.
Good job holding on to the dribble for Addie. Kicks it out to Kaylin. Kaylin's going to work again.
Get in.
Not quite there, but there's
Yeah,
Abigail
see, there we
trying to go
go.
back up and
See, that was just
She
two, three
gets fouled.
passes, but
Yeah.
it got a lot more
Yeah.
movement.
We get
got a good
we get
drive.
the defense sliding and shifting. And
yep.
Yep. Oh, man.
That puts the Admiral at the line.
Our girl Abby.
She makes the first. I do like to see the attack on offense. I mean, we gotta take it to this team.
Yep.
That one's missed.
Oh,
Now it looks like we know who we got.
Yep.
It's Alex Wold down low.
Push.
Addie picks up that rebound. Now we're in our offense. Maddie down low. Here's Abigail. Out to Addie.
One
Up to
more.
Kaylin.
Good. There's good movement.
There we go.
And we
There's
get a
Maddie
good one.
for
Get
three.
in.
Come on, get in there. Yes, it does.
3 for 3.
The Maverick gets it to fall.
Really good offense there, right? We moved that. That was probably 7 passes.
That was really good.
Just
In
like
the
that.
flow of our offense,
and we got
too,
it
right?
into the post and got it back out. That's really good.
Nice hand there by Maddie, and the steal's picked up by Ryland Stick.
It's like they're in zone now. No. Well, some thought they were. And we'll take it.
Kaylin tries it
That's us.
from out there.
Nope, that was
gonna
off
go that
orange.
way. Abby almost pulled down that rebound.
Yep.
All right, 7-6. 6 unanswered here by your Cats. Let's get another stop.
Yeah,
Good job,
Yeah.
Maddie.
that's us.
Yes.
Yes. Good
Matt-
anticipation. They've
Yeah.
run it
Yeah.
a few times, and she just stayed in there and
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
jumped in
on
on
a
it.
pass like that, they're passing and cutting, and Maddie did a really good job of jumping to the ball, so there wasn't much room there, to get that pass through. It was really good.
Kaylin, good job. Rip
There you
through and
go,
go. Over to Stick. There we go. Now we're in our offense. Nice pass
Yeah.
by Maddie.
Get in
And
there.
that goes in and one. Abigail Treichel puts it down. Wildcats with the first lead of the night. Abigail Treichel at the line trying to extend that lead. J.J. Von Wald checks back in for New Richmond, giving Jenna Gretzlock a break.
Yeah.
There
There we
Get
go.
another one. Covey in the corner.
Good K. Good
Really
help.
good D. Yep. Great help by the Admiral on that one.
Good at.
Ritzer.
Yeah.
Just throwing her around there. Kalen fighting for it. It's going to be a jump
their
ball.
ball.
That's all right.
All right.
Absolutely. Love to see the girls on the ground fighting for it.
Yeah.
In the game for the first time, Kylie Schaefer. Left lane.
I'm not going.
Screen up. Good. Oh, that's not a foul.
No,
Good.
good.
Good no
Schaefer
call.
runs back down that rebound. Really good defensive positioning on that one.
That was good. Here we go. K downhill. Turn and burn. Yeah.
They tried to overplay
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Kalen goes
yeah,
all
yeah.
the way to the rack. She's fighting for it. Abigail's down there fighting for it. Set it up again. I like it.
Good patience on offense.
Absolutely. Maddie's got
Yeah.
it
And
now.
now we get a good one. You bet.
Yes. Another foul.
Hey, I like the play there. They ran that
Yeah.
twice and got the second one to go.
You know, the last few possessions when we've actually ran offense down here, our spacing seems to be really good.
It does.
Right? We don't seem to be on top of each other. It's easy to get into lanes and. All right.
Boom. Treichel puts the first one in. The Admirals taking command of this game. Oh, just off. 10-7 is the lead
Catch up.
for your Wildcats.
Good K. Good help. That's long.
Covey, yep,
You
throws
bet.
over the top. Schaefer there with the
Just
rebound.
go with it. There you
Yep,
go.
there you
There
go.
we go. Now we got it.
Kalen all the way down, finds Abby. Out to Addie, Tim. Good
Count
ball
it.
movement. Oh, my goodness.
Can't get much more in than that
Oh.
one.
That went down, out, back down, and out again. There's a little nickel dimer there on Addie.
Thanks, Westy.
Yeah. Into the game for the first time for the Tigers, number 22, senior J.C. Wall.
Good, Abby.
Yep, good D.
I'll
There
tell
we
you
go.
what.
Throw it up, throw it away.
So we're what, 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Abby Treichel has shut off about 5 passing lanes where somebody's going and then they see her and they're like, "Oh, just kidding," right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she's really
Yeah.
active on help. Yeah.
Here we go, that pick and roll again. Nope. Just kidding.
But I like that. Just
Yeah.
giving that option, which helps your dribble drive now.
You bet.
There we go. Swing it. There we go. Turn and
Schaefer
burn.
to
burn
Kalen.
it.
Kalen,
Come on.
4-3. Oh, just off.
It's a good look.
That's, yep, that one's pulled down by Etta Carlson. Here goes
Good
Covey.
K.
Really good defense there. Von Wald pulls the trigger
Deep.
again. She's got that quick trigger. There's a good positioning there by Schaefer. She knocks it right over to Kalen for the rebound. Addie getting things going. Oh, just kind of,
Got it tipped out of
yeah,
the
yeah, it's a second one on KK. Addie kind of double clutched. I think she lost the handle
Yeah.
on it and then tried to get it
Yeah.
off, and that's
Yeah.
what happened on that one.
Yeah.
So that's Kalen's second. They're going to have her take a break here, and Ryland Sticht is back in the game.
We got our very own Greg Peters stopped in, dropped off the.
He's taking some picks.
That was
Yes.
from way downtown by J.C.
Good
Wall, and that's
board.
another board by Abigail Treichel.
He dropped off our Swinging Bridge Baller of the Game T-shirts, and he's double dipping and doing his looks like some video or some pictures for his gig that he's got with the
That's a
newspaper.
go.
Take. That's a great take by Ryland Sticht going downhill. It's going to be a foul on J.J. Von Wald.
Yeah, Ryland did a really good job there. She got even with her defender, and then she just got a little bit lower, so she was able to turn the corner. It was good.
We got Scott Mann tuning in from Southeast Tennessee.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Ryland just narrowly misses that one. All right, 10-7 is your score. Good
Oh,
job
yeah,
by
good
Maddie
job.
scooping that up.
Take it all the way.
She goes in. All right.
Good
Kicks it
decision.
back out.
You
Yeah, there's
bet.
another foul. That's going to be on Von Wald. That's
That'll be the
two quick ones.
sixth foul on Richmond
Yeah,
with 10 minutes left.
that's a good position to be in.
Yeah.
Alex Wold re-enters the game for J.J. Von Wald. Ryland Sticks setting up the action. Turns and finds Maddie. Maddie out to Kylie Schaefer. Back out to Ryland Stick and across a little bit lazy pass there. Miley Covey scoops it up and goes coast to coast.
Yeah, Miley Covey's got really good instincts too, and I think, you know, those long passes are going to be difficult. That's kind of what she feasts on.
Yep. Schaefer looking now out to Ryland Stick. Hattie Tim pulls up and she drains it. Number 10, Etta Carlson looked at her coach on that one. I think she knew she was on the shooter, and just that little hesitation by Addie made her think she was going to pass the ball, and Addie made her pay. That's a pretty decent positioning there by Schaefer, but Covey is quick.
She is.
She kind of got her with the body a little bit, a little on the arm maybe.
She is, and for the most part, you know, it looks like just early she tries to get really hard to her right hand, and she tries to get all the way to the hoop, right?
Yep.
So it's important when we close out on her that we kind of close out under control. I know Kay did a really good job of kind of under control. But she's a good player.
She
And
is.
she plays hard.
Number 5, Aubrey O'Malley in the game for the first time. Covey makes them both, cuts this lead to 2, 13-11. Just over 9 to play in the half.
Rally O'Malley, and she always has a little spark. We
Yeah.
She does.
like
yeah.
to go on a little run.
Out to the Razor, Ryland Stick.
Yeah.
Kylie moving, yeah.
Ah.
She just lost.
Those are tough
Lost the
ones, right?
handle, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so one thing with Riley, too, I'd like to see her get downhill a little bit here, too, right?
Yeah.
What did I say right? Left
Kylie.
lane. Kylie, yes.
Kylie.
Yeah, I'd like to see her turn the corner there. Instead of dribbling to the corner, turn and go to the basket.
Yeah, I think she's going to get a little bit more confidence
Yeah.
as she goes. Kind of just run the offense too much. Just
Yeah,
go around
yeah.
and run in your
Like,
loop,
don't
run in your
overthink
loop.
it.
Yeah.
We're in the bonus if you get fouled.
Yeah,
Go
just
take it
at
in there strong.
She's a tall, aggressive girl.
Heck
Go
of
in
a
and-
good athlete.
Yeah.
Ball out to Covey. Looking for something. Down low. That's a tough matchup for
Yep.
Alex Wold. That's a tough rebound there
Yeah.
by Miley Covey, but
Good decision.
two really tall, athletic girls down there in the
Yeah.
face between Abigail Treichel and Kylie Schaefer.
Oh,
Good luck.
That's a heck of a pass.
Go
Abby
up,
gets her
Abby.
own rebound. Go up with it. Yeah, it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be our ball, though.
She had a good idea to kick it back up, but then she brought that
Yeah,
ball down. And
yeah.
they all,
And they swarmed.
Yeah.
right?
Keep it high.
Yeah.
Keep it high.
I
Exactly.
think they might have had all 5 on her.
Yeah. Good job by Richmond, too, right? The ball comes down. It wasn't just one kid that went after it. All of them did.
They did. Yep. They surrounded her. I think that's where you go up through the contact, right?
Yeah, especially when in the
You're
bonus.
probably not going to get it up, but you're going to get. There's a
Good,
nice-
Abby.
Good job, Abby.
Good step through. That a girl. Who's got 2? Kush. Good.
Yep. There's Covey. She's going.
Good.
Just not quite there. 15-11 is your lead. 7:45 to play in the first half.
Yeah.
All the way in for Ryland. Stick not there, but there is
You
Abigail
bet.
Treichel. She gets fouled again. It's kind of what we talked about before the game, right? They just don't have anybody
Yeah.
that can match her size and her athleticism. So let's use it.
I think we need to get Abby a shirt that says "Rebound Everything" because she
Yeah,
does.
I
Right?
love
She
that.
goes and gets everything.
Yeah, I love it. She just misses the first. Got some big changes here. Nope. And we got a timeout. New Richmond. That'll put Abby back at the line to shoot that second one still. So 15-11. You could tell that, just getting back into the swing of these games. I mean, this is probably a good game to jump into just because, obviously not as talented as what we saw in Eau Claire Memorial and some of these other teams. Hudson that we're going to see this time next week, gives them a chance to get their legs under them, remember what it's like to compete. I think hopefully we see this continue to build now.
Yeah. So one thing, we got, 7 minutes left. Richmond kind of fell out of that press at about, 11-minute mark. Coach called a timeout, got some subs in. We need to make sure that we're ready when we take the ball out, that we're set up in press break, right? This could be a timeout to set it up and say, hey, remember this, right? So, but love how we kind of answer back. We started out down 7-0. And then we got a little bit tougher on defense, and obviously the ball goes in, and that makes everything a little bit better. But
helps,
but
absolutely.
we moved the ball a little bit more on offense, especially when they dropped out of that press.
Yep, we're panicking less, right? I mean, that's it. Seemed a little bit of panic there, and I think we'll see that less and less as we go on.
Yep.
All right, here we go, Abby. Sink this one.
There you go.
16-11 is your lead for the Wildcats. This is Comroe bringing it up. It's McKenna Richter. That's a tough pass to get down there.
Close up.
Travel.
All right.
We'll take it. It's on junior Etta Carlson, number 10.
So Cubby's getting a little break, it looks like. Kay's sitting with 2. I think Coach Stick's going to want to get her back in about that 5-minute mark. Obviously, don't want to get in her third, but I think Kaylin can play aggressive and smart without fouling, too.
Yeah. Not her first time playing with fouls.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Good look.
Oh, good inside.
Oh,
Turn.
take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good spot.
Okay.
Come on.
Good
That's
offense.
not quite there. I'd like to see more than Abby going for these rebounds on offense, too. Great job. Good way to get a hand in the passing lane by Kylie Schaefer. She got her left hand in the lane, right? Left lane.
Justin's favorite, right?
I'm a big fan of the nicknames.
Yeah.
in the
Nice
beginning.
job, Maddie.
That's foul.
Go up with that.
You bet.
Yeah,
You bet.
She had the position. I love to see that. That's where you just go.
Yeah, she went at the defender. She went and
You
sought
bet.
contact.
You bet.
Foul against the Richmond River Hall, shooting 2.
Kaylin and Maddie were both coached in AAU by Ryan Schradel, and that was one of his. He always used to say that. Get into him.
Yeah.
You got a fast break. Get into him.
Yep. Yeah, the likelihood that somebody's going to get fouled when you're contesting, you're running at them and they're retreating, it's pretty high that you're going to get a call, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That was just bad luck.
Off the size 14 sneakers.
Yes, exactly. Addie Tim steps back into the game for Kylie Schaefer. Jenna Gretzlock with it across to, that's Maggie Heineke in the game for the first time.
Richmond hasn't really looked to shoot a whole lot, maybe with the exception of Gretzloff from outside.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're trying to get downhill. So we got to play with our feet.
There you go.
Good job, Maddie. Maddie's doing a really good job of pressuring them and making it tough.
Stay.
Good hustle.
That the ball goes out of bounds, it's to them, but they're thinking about that now.
Yeah.
Every time they touch the ball, they're thinking, is 3 coming?
Yep.
Yeah. There. Look at her
Get it
dive
again.
for that one. Beautiful job. Maddie Vitt.
They really try that real quick, tight.
Those
Pass in
passes.
there,
It's,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Those are such low. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
that girl, Riptide.
Rip City.
Hits her second of the night. Extends that lead to 8. There's a long one.
Ooh. But that was
Abigail
in.
Trickle. The long arms of the Admiral pull that one down. Oh, just Jenna Gretzlock with some quick hands. Aubrey trying to catch up. There's a miss, and look at that. Look who's there to scoop it up. Hey, that's why you hustle, right?
Yeah, that's you bet.
Contest everything. It's a good lesson for younger players.
Yep.
Don't ever give up on a play. Addie into the corner to Rylan Sticht. Ryan looking to go downhill. Out to Maddie Vitt. She thought about it and then gets it down to
Might as well.
Abigail Trickle. And
Yes!
there is Addie Tim
Good
for
kick
her
out.
third.
Really
The
good.
Riptide.
Really good kick out
That was
by
great.
Abby. Yeah, that inside out.
And
Look
there,
at that.
Yeah,
there's Maddie again. She
she
pulls
is
it right
everywhere.
out.
Playing well tonight.
She is. There's Kaylin back in the game.
All right.
4:35 to play. Good minutes there by Aubrey O'Malley.
Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, it was good to buy some time with Kay and, kind of make sure she doesn't get her third too early, and she's good to go. Yeah. Yep.
There's a good step into the passing lane. Abigail Trickle pulls it away from the Miley Covey pass.
Okay.
And
Oh.
there's
Hello, KK.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Kaylin's
Gets right to work.
been on the bench too long, and I want to get part of this scoring party here. 24-11 is your lead. That's a long
that-
pass out to
Don't know
Comro.
if that was a shot or
I don't know,
a
yeah.
skip.
Abigail Trickle with the rebound. Love the patience on offense here.
Yeah.
They're going to try to trap. Down low, back out. Addie Tim.
Really good pass, right? They kind of came
The
out with a little
Riptide.
trapping up top. And
She's got 4 now. I think she's 4 for 5, isn't she? She's shooting hot tonight.
straight up.
Boy, she just willed that one in. Number 32, sophomore Gabby Schlafer.
Looks like they're back in the press here now.
Here we go. Figure out what you're doing here. Oh, throw it all the way down. I love it. Rylan Stick all the way in.
Yes.
And she puts it in. Nice long pass by Maddie Vitt.
Yeah, good eyes to see her down there.
Yeah. That was a long pass.
Good. Out of bounds.
Very good defense there by Rylan Stick.
Short.
That is short, and there's Rylan for the rebound. I think Maddie has taken a break yet. You can kind of see
Yeah.
she has worked hard.
Yeah, she has.
She's earned. If she doesn't get one
Get
here,
in.
she's going to earn
Come
that
on.
halftime break. Oh, right there. Look at her run down the
Good
rebound
hustle.
and throw it out. All right. Hey,
okay, don't
that's
pick
the
one
place
up
to
here.
throw it.
Good. Yeah.
And there's
There she
Maddie
is
Vitt
again.
Look, it's their ball, but that saved Kaylin from getting a foul.
Yeah.
It again, it just every time they're thinking about, they touch the ball, number 3 is going to be there.
And I'll tell you too, Eric, compliment to your daughter. She already made a business decision. I could tell that she wasn't going to
Yeah.
pick that up.
Yeah.
And it was good to have her classmate come and kind of
You
help her.
bet.
But you could kind of see her retreating, and she's a smart kid, so I knew
Yeah.
she was backing off.
There's Comro for 3, and there's another rebound
That's
by
us.
Abigail Trickle. Number 10, Etta Carlson's there to grab onto it, make it a jump ball, but it stays with the Wildcats.
Right, so New Richmond really brings up their back line, so throwing it over the top.
There we go. Addie Tim, 4-3. Oh! All right. All right. Abigail's not used to grabbing
Yeah.
rebounds that low.
Yeah.
She usually gets them when they're way up high.
5 foot 13 inches away.
That's, yeah, that's a long ways away. 2:14 to play. 29-13 is the lead. Number 24, Addie Tim, the Riptide, is leading all scorers right now with 12.
Looks like we're in zone.
Yep, back in. It's interesting. A little mix up here.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe not the worst because they haven't shot it outside very effectively,
go.
so maybe
Nice.
a good little
Good
break.
job. Good awareness there by Kylie Schaefer.
Okay, do it.
Kalen 4-3.
Come on.
Yeah, baby.
Boom! The Jolly Rancher with some sweet shooting. I tell you, we're seeing some smiles out there. I love it when they play with smiles.
Yeah.
And here's Kalen with the steal. Smartly picks it up and smartly finds number 24 too. Kalen slowing it down, setting it up. Out to Maddie Vitt. Down low to Abigail Trikel. Addie right back to her.
Right idea.
Yep,
Yeah,
it was
right
a good
idea.
There's Maddie again, all over it.
Oh, shot that quick because of the long arm of the law.
There's
Abby Trikel's got to be
Oh, yeah.
very intimidating
She does.
for a 5'7" kid in there, right?
Big
I mean,
long
it's like,
arms is swinging.
yeah.
That was a 10, I think, wasn't it, Etta Carlson? She's listed at 5'6", so.
Good job, Maddie.
All right.
Yeah, Maddie
So-
has earned that one.
So a good little break here by Coach Dick. We do not want Kaylin to get her third and
Nope.
then just let her go the whole second half. Able to get her back in there,
Yep.
Riley in.
get her out.
Get Riley in
You
for the
bet.
first time. That's our other senior right there.
Get it.
The Riddler, Riley Dubois.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me this. Addie, almost. Those are good looks.
Yeah.
I like it. Keep it going. Covey's being guarded by Kylie Schaefer
Travel.
here again.
That's tough bucket.
I'll tell you what,
It's a good move.
that was really good defense,
Yeah,
and
that's-
just
Yeah,
some really good footwork.
she's
and
a heck of a
tough
good
shot.
player.
All the way downhill. Good. Kicked it out.
See, that's where I want to see her go
I
up
do
with the
too.
ball.
Go get it.
Push.
23 orange with the hold. That is going to be
Abby.
J.J. Von Wall. That's her third. We're in the bonus, which is going to put number 12, the Admiral, Abigail Trikel, to the line.
All right.
What a kid.
Puts
How
in
many,
the heart.
how many free throws has Abby shot?
A lot.
I always overestimate, but I'm
Eight.
going to say, yeah.
I would
eight,
say
sounds-
8, yeah, 8, somewhere in there.
Probably like 5 out of 8, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. That
She
girl.
puts
There
them
you
both
go.
in. 34-17. We got them doubled up, and they just throw the ball to
Look what I found.
Aubrey
right?
O'Malley.
Slow her down. Get a good bucket here.
You know, we talk about the nicknames, and I know there's been some thrown around there, but Justin, you said something I kind of
Yeah,
like.
There you
yes.
go.
That's
She
what we were
draws the
talking
foul,
about
yeah.
right
Yes,
there.
right
Kylie
there.
Schaefer.
Love it. Love it.
Look, hey, we know what we're talking about some of the time, huh?
They
That
must
was
be able to
awesome.
hear us, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that's what we're talking about, right? She was kind of dribble driving, and she was kind of running towards the sideline, and she just turned the corner
Yeah.
and
Have
just went
position
in strong.
And
That's
go.
awesome.
Yeah.
You bet.
There you go.
Puts the first one in.
I mean, she's tall enough, big enough to be able to take that to the hoop every time.
100%.
She's a great athlete too.
Yeah.
You know. No, you said Rally O'Malley. I kind
Yeah.
of like that one
Yeah.
too. All right, 5 seconds. Get up on her. She's going to pull it. She's going to. Nope.
Okay, good.
Good job. They did.
Yeah.
Well
A little
done.
lack of awareness on that one. We got 36-17 as a score here at half.
Nice half,
Tell you
Cats.
what.
Nice
from-
half.
Yeah,
nice
from,
half,
from
ladies.
being down
7-0.
7-0.
Yeah.
We held them. So 36-10 after that 7-0 run.
Yeah.
It was the difference. That's pretty outstanding.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Hey, I do want to take a second here since we didn't have many breaks in there. Let's say thank you to our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls, and then we can get into some Wildcat trivia.
Locally rooted and proudly running for 120 years, the First National Bank of River Falls consistently supports the community through donations and volunteer initiatives. First National Bank of River Falls, serving up big bank services with a small town charm.
All righty, thank you, First National Bank of River Falls.
All right. So
What do we got for Wildcat trivia?
let's do a little Wildcat
Let's
trivia.
pull this up here. Wildcat trivia brought to you by Tarnation Tavern. What in Tarnation?
I was waiting for it. Yeah, so Wildcat trivia. If you win, you get I think it's a $10 gift card to Tarnation Tavern. Go down there, get a Charlie Cat chicken sandwich. In order to win, you need to be able to answer the question. Put it onto the chat. We don't have Greg here. No, Greg gives out his cell phone. If you text Greg, he's not going to know what in the world you're talking about. So put it in the chat. So here for senior night, should be a pretty easy one. Let's see how well we know our Wildcats. We're going to throw a picture up on your screen of a young Wildcat. Tell us who that Wildcat is.
Who is that Wildcat?
First to tell us gets a little Tarnation Tavern.
Additionally, we'd like to recognize the River Falls High School Athletic Booster Club, a volunteer organization of parents,
Just looking over the
Yeah,
The
you go
stats
ahead
here.
and clock in those stats. Double check and see how many times the Admiral is at the free throw line.
Yep, so I'm just looking at that. She went 9 times,
Jeez.
which I think was, you said 8 when she shot her 8th.
Yeah.
She shot 9, she made 6.
Six.
Just like you said, you
Nice.
thought
8 and 5 to 9 and 6.
to 9 and 6. So 11 rebounds for the Admiral tonight.
That's
Hard to
it.
believe that,
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
And she's got 10 points already. Addie Tim shooting 4 for 7 for 12 points from the 3-point, all from the 3.
We got a winner. Whoops, I clicked out of it.
We do have a winner. Mike Usgard says Riley Dubois.
Mike Usgard, well
the
done.
Riddler is absolutely correct. Maddie's got 3 assists, 2 steals.
And 22 deflections, right? I
Oh
mean,
my goodness.
The stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet,
Yes.
she made it miserable for whoever she was guarding or whoever she was in help position to do anything.
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Cheyenne texted me a little bit ago. Said Maddie is on fire.
Yeah.
She's seeing the court real well and all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah, she really is.
I would agree. Cheyenne really wanted to come to the game tonight, but got some wisdom teeth out, so she had to stay home. But I see
Shy.
we've got a few other cats down there.
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
We've got 2 Jordans and an
Oh,
Emily.
yeah. Yeah.
2 Jordans and an Emily.
That's a pretty good. If you can get that lineup, you're doing pretty good. The only thing that make that better is having a Cheyenne sitting down there too.
There you go.
Right, so yeah, Jordan Torres, the Jet, Jordan Schwantz, the Hacksaw, and the Wizard of Oz, Emily Von Osdell.
Being senior night, you sent me a couple of other fun little pictures here.
Yeah, let's throw some of them up
Let's take
there.
a little look at them.
So that one right there is a 7th grade River Falls group. You can see number 20 happens to be the littlest one out there, which is hard to believe when you look at her now, but she is on the bottom row all the way on the right. That is Kaylin Jalowitz, the
Let's go ahead
Jolly
and zoom
Rancher.
in on that one real quick. Look at those 2 cats.
and right next to her, holding her ribbon, is Maddie Vitt.
What is red?
I think those were second place.
Second
We got
place?
a lot of second place
Did ya?
finishes.
Wasn't sure if that was first or not.
Yep, I think it was second. But yeah, Kaylin was by far the shortest one all through from 5th grade through 8th grade. But it's interesting, when you got to have a different challenge, and then you all of a sudden you grow. I think she grew 6 inches one summer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And when you can do that, now all of a sudden you still play like a little person, but you're a big person.
And the confidence typically with a growth spurt like that, goes right in line with the height, right?
Right.
Hey, I grew. Okay, now I'm not so little anymore, right?
Right,
now you
right.
can go play with the big kids and.
Well,
yeah.
I tell you, they talk about all the time playing positionless basketball when
Yep.
they're young like that,
Yep.
right? You don't lock anybody in just
Yeah.
because they're, well, that girl in 5th grade is 5'3". Like, what if she never grows again, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I think that's a testament to that you have to,
Yeah.
just play.
Yeah.
The
Zoom
one
in
that-
on this one a little bit too. We got a couple here. You got Riley over on the left corner, right?
She's kind of squatting down there,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the. I love the yellow headbands. Right above her in the blue shirt is Addie Tim. I know Addie's not a senior, but it's still fun to see little Addie. And right next to her in that bright yellow is the Jolly Rancher, Kaylin Jalowitz. So that's got to be
She's
like
got that stance. You know it's her.
second, third, yeah. It's got to be second or third grade there. And who's that handsome man standing above them?
That is one fine specimen.
Gregory Eugene.
Gregory Eugene.
Greg Peters. Tell you what, he does everything.
The talker. We gotta get him a nickname.
Me too.
The Chatterbox.
Those are fun. Those are
Yeah.
fun to see that.
Yeah. It's
They
awesome.
sure are. What else? You got any other? Oh yeah.
There's one. Oh yeah, that's
Or do you want that later? or-
no. You can throw that
All
up
right.
there. That's fine.
That does not look like a second place ribbon.
That was not. That was the first place. That was playing for her Northwest Elite team. That's little tiny KK, and that's got to be 5th grade.
Number 5 in 5th
Number
grade.
5 in 5th grade. The Jolly Rancher, sweet as candy.
That is fun, and you guys were talking about it earlier. These different AAU groups and whatnot, and I think a lot of the girls play on those. And not only do you build relationships with your own teammates, because a lot of times they're on the same teams, but you build relationships with these other girls that you play against, and it's super important. It's super good for their development of figuring out how to meet new people and play with new people and just become a better human and a better adult as they grow up. And
Yeah, and all of
really
us
cool.
our kids have been through that at some level, and it's the same story, right? You show up to the first practice, kids don't want to talk to somebody from New Richmond or Somerset,
Right.
and then by the third practice, you can just drop them off, and everything's good
away
to
they
go.
go.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good experience.
They're
for
hanging
them.
out afterwards, and
It's fun for the parents too. To you get to learn and meet other parents from other areas too. So it is fun. I saw Jenna Gretzlock's mom stop through, and she said hi to me. She actually was one of the coaches for Northwest Elite for a while.
that's cool.
So she's watching some of her old players too, which is cool.
Yeah.
The Wildcats, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left for halftime, out on the court shooting. It's a very rare occurrence. Usually we are coming out a couple of seconds ahead of the halftime event here. So
Yeah, I've said it.
great to see.
I think it's the most underutilized time in a game. Is just even if it's a minute that you get to rapid fire and have a plan and gets, because you go sit for 20 minutes and so I'm glad to see them getting out here and
get the
loosening
blood
up.
flowing
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
shooting around.
Yeah, so I know we talked about when they played Memorial too and trying to cut this into 5-minute chunks. Obviously we built a nice lead there. I would say it's uber important for us to have a good first 3-minute chunk here where we come out and we play hard. Even if we don't score it, move the ball, take some good shots, but keep the volume turned up. I think it's first 3 minutes is going to be important, and then we can just kind of build off that.
Agreed.
It's nice. It's nice having this doubleheader. You get a kind of a built-in extra
Yeah.
audience out
Yeah.
here, so it's a little bit bigger crowd than maybe we would normally have on a game like this. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And that is important. There's just a different buzz whenever there's people here, And I know talking with some of the girls that played last year, it's always it just brings more energy for themselves when you have other people here.
Yeah. And I think our next 2 games are the same setup, right?
Yeah, here and then in
We,
Hudson. is
we
a
maybe
doubleheader.
play late
I
against
think
Prescott.
you're right.
or
Prescott.
Prescott.
Yeah.
And then do we play early against Hudson? Would that be like a 5?
It might be.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those are always fun,
They are.
from a community standpoint. And to your point too, Justin, boys game first or girls game, it's always good to have kind of that energy in the stands.
Very cool. We've got 30 seconds, and we'll be back out at it. The Wildcats are out on the court, ready to rock.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what?
Why can I not find the clock? There we go. Here we are. Let's get ready
All right,
for
let's
a
go.
second half of basketball.
Do you think Rob Derry over there is nervous? He's getting ready to film the boys' game, but I mean, he's got to be thinking that, oh,
Oh, no way.
that's crazy. He's got to be kind of looking over his shoulder at this little guy on our cameraman, thinking, "Gosh, is there somebody coming for my job?" Covey all the way in, and
Oh,
there's
no.
oh my
Oh.
goodness. I wonder what is he going to call body on this? It's because that's important because that was all ball. Yeah, there was no arm there. I don't think you're going to convince me of that one.
Yeah.
But that puts Covey to the line and gives Kaylin her third foul.
Kaylin blocked that with the correct hand, too. If she would have blocked that with her left, she would
Should
have
have been over
bodied her.
across the body.
But
yeah.
she went, I
Yep.
mean, it's like Richmond's probably going to get
Yep.
back in their
Yep.
press.
They're going to try to create some turnovers here. Oh, that's a tough pass.
Don't know how that got through.
No, but, well, when you're throwing it to big number 12,
Yeah.
sometimes magic happens. Kaylin pulls the trigger.
Why not? Bang.
Hey!
The bank is open, the first national bank for the sweet shooting Jolly Rancher.
Good
Senior
K.
night, why not?
Why not?
Let him rain.
Alex Wold covered by Addie Tim. This is
The
Richter
menace.
going downhill. Oh, and that's
That's
Tell you
tough
what.
finish.
I'll give you props on that one when you can throw that ball over the top. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Addie just hit the deck there. I don't know what happened. Uh-oh. I don't know if she got hit.
Let's go out and check on her.
Yeah, I think she needs to be checked on. They're going to check her out. I think that's the right thing to do. Kylie Schaefer comes in for her. There's Maddie against this press. They're going to kind of clear out for her, and she's going to go to work on Alex Wold. Watch this trap here. Gets it up to Ryland Stick. A little bit late on that pass.
Yep.
Allowed J.J. Von Wall to kind of get in that passing lane, but Wildcats will retain the ball. Kaylin going to work. Oh, long pass. Ryland Stick's going to get that one.
Take
I
her,
think
take
that
her.
was, yep. I think that was intended for Maddie, but Ryland was there to scoop it up, save the day.
There you go. Good job. Reset
Yep.
it. A little out of sorts there.
Yeah. So the Richmond's turned up the volume. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
push.
that's you bet.
Right, so they're playing a little bit more aggressive on the line here, and we're playing tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and when you play tall, you're kind of slow, and
Yeah.
you know it's hard to get any rhythm.
Well, tall's not big, too, right? You can get
Yeah.
bigger, you can get wider
Yeah.
when you get down.
You bet.
When you're athletic, you're crouched down. You're
Yes.
going just like that. Oh, it's a good take. But
Yep.
Just got away from her.
Just it did, yep. She was trying to pull that ball over the top and gather it and just didn't gather.
Yeah.
39-20, your score. 16 and a half minutes. Covey bringing the ball up the court. Still guarded by Kaylin. Little handoff to Richter. She's going to pull the trigger from up top. Not there. Jenna Gretzlock just kind of out-hustles Ryland to the ball there. And she gathers that one underneath. She's going to go to the line.
Yeah, so the Richmond's kind of uglying it up,
Yep.
right? I mean, they're playing hard on defense, and then obviously offensively, they're crashing the boards. So it's going to be important that we turn up our volume just a little bit here.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Addie Tim looks like she's okay. She is back in the game. Going to give Ryland Stick to break.
Doug Rudisil, hell yeah.
Oh, look at that rebound. Abigail Trinkle, and
Yeah.
she just threw J.J. Von Wald almost over her shoulder. They're going to try to come over and trap Maddie. Oh, that was a tough little pass there. Miley Covey gathers it, rips it down. There's Richter again with a quick shot. That's Alex Wold with the rebound. That was a tough one for Maddie. She's got a lot of height on her.
Yep.
17 is the lead here.
Good screen.
Addie Tim in the corner. Kaylin attacking. Gets it out to Kylie Shaver. Nobody's on her. Pull the trigger on that, Kylie. Into the corner to Kaylin. Kaylin's going up
That's
for it.
foul.
That is.
Abby's got it. She gets it out to Addie Tim. 4-3.
Buckets.
And Riptide says, I'll just take this one.
I'm feeling fine.
Riptide rips it again. There's Covey trying.
Tough
Hey,
bucket.
That's a
C1,
nice
C1. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, it's kind of the first one that she's really ripped with confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that was a good D by K.
Yep.
Go, go.
Addie attacks. Oh, just going to set it up. There's Kaylin all the way to the corner to
Okay.
Kylie Schaefer, and there she pulls the trigger.
Yeah, she hit.
Downs it. Number 22, Kylie Schaefer. She can do more than pass.
Yeah. That was from the right side.
That was from the right. Tell you what, she's good from any side, isn't she?
Yeah.
There's Maddie getting a hand in there again. JJ
Rebound it.
Von Wald throwing
Don't
it
foul,
up.
K. Good. Good.
Oh,
Oh, and that's
Call
going
it
to be
on Abby.
Kaylin's fourth.
swiper, no
That's on
swiping.
Abby.
No, that's,
And that's on four. That's Kaylin's fourth.
yeah, she came across.
Yep.
I was hoping that the ref was like, oh, we'll call that one on Abby. She's got one, right?
Yeah.
So Kaylin's going to take a break here. She's got 14:25 to play. Ryland Stick comes back in.
It's one of the hardest things to teach and to do is to be there with the ball and just know it's there and not swipe.
Yeah, it is.
But every time you swipe,
It's so
Yep.
tempting,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's so much easier to call, right? When they swipe
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Even
Yep.
if it's clean a lot of times,
Exactly.
you see the swipe and you're like, oh.
Those are the ones that make Sports Center. That's why they like that.
Yes. Dikembe.
Oh, that was almost a good pass. She saw it there.
That's us.
And that's just, yeah. Covey just overshoots Jenna Gretzlock. That's coming back to the Cats. 18-point lead for your Cats. Richmond's back out of that press. So Maddie's just going to go to work here. Ryland Stick downhill, out to Kylie Schaefer. Nobody's on her. She's going to pull the trigger on it. She's going to sink it. She has that skill set. I'm glad to see her using it.
Yep.
There's
Good rebound.
nice rebound and push. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
That's probably that's good.
Abigail
it's a good
shouldn't
decision.
push it. Yep, that's she
Okay.
knows her role. That's don't pick up your dribble there.
All right, so I think the lanes to dribble at are now Addie's, right? Because that girl's not helping at all. Turn and burn.
Right there.
Go.
That was Maddie. That was close. There's Abigail
Yes,
just fighting for everything. She's steps on the line.
Not
Tell
a
you what.
bad shot by Maddie there, but
Yep.
just what you were
She had
talking
that
about.
lane.
That it was wide open.
Yeah.
Take that left.
Go.
So 11's not helping off of Addie right now, right? So, those lanes, if we can turn the corner down there,
Yep.
it's kind of one-on-one. If you can get even and ahead, right?
Go get it. Exactly. Take that lane.
Oh, good poke.
Oh, yeah.
Just
that's
throws
us.
it out of bounds.
That's,
you bet.
That's that
Yeah,
way.
he's got it.
Yep.
Guy on
Good
the far
call.
side
Yep.
saw it.
Good
So-
conversation though, by the way,
Yeah.
because he couldn't
Yeah.
see if she
Yeah.
hit
Couldn't
it or
see what
anywhere.
happened.
And this guy had it down here too. I
did.
think
Yeah.
he was
He
like
had
this.
it. Yep. Yeah, that is going to be on Gretzlock again.
It's her
Good. Hey, I
third.
tell you what, another hard thing to teach, but Addie did a great job there. Use your screen.
Yep.
Right? You have to set up the screener.
She kind of waited a little
Yes.
bit until the screen was set.
One of the hardest things.
It
the
is.
hardest thing to teach kids,
It
especially
really
young
is.
kids.
Yep. She did a great job there. Schaefer working on it. There's back
There
up
we
to
go.
Maddie.
Let's get the ball.
Here comes
Here
yep.
we
Here
go.
comes a little.
Yeah,
oh,
see?
Maddie looking.
Yeah. Do it.
Oh, you got to shoot that
Yeah. They're
all
not-
the way in. There we go.
Oh, come on.
Out
Get in.
to Ryland
Yeah.
Stick 4-3.
Good offense.
I don't mind the kick
Sharp
out, but
shooting by
Yeah, I know,
Ryland
I
Stick,
know.
the razor. Yeah, go up with it, right?
yeah, it's right there.
Good, Ryland. Good.
Ah,
Okay.
they're gonna, yep, that's tough. Miley Covey is so active. I mean, she brings that contact to you
You're
so
darn
many
right
times.
she does. And you know, when she gets to her spot, she like jumps to shoot it.
She
too,
does.
Right?
Yep. She's very athletic. That's
That's off.
J.C. Wall throwing it up there.
Good block
Good
out
block
by the
out by
Cats.
Ryland. And here comes the razor. Out to Addie Tim. Why not? Just off, but look who's down there to clean
Yeah,
it up. She's like Windex on the glass
Yeah.
tonight. It is as clean as can be. Abigail Trikel putting in two more.
Beef stick,
My good. Deer stick.
deer stick.
The other girls call her that still.
One of
Just
Greg
'cause she knows she
Peters'
doesn't like it.
famous.
Yeah.
Here comes Addie downhill over to Ryland Stick. Maddie surveying, looking.
Oh, good
Oh,
luck.
good kick
Why
out to
not?
Ryland Stick. 4-3.
Great ball movement, inside out. Love it.
I'll tell you what, we made a lot of threes tonight.
We have, and those are set up by all that work. Yeah, they're going to call that one.
Yeah.
That's on Maddie. She got a hand in there. She wasn't in good position on that one, but
I'm going to go with at least, there's got to be 10 threes.
yeah, I
would
think
say-
you're right. I mean,
Ryland's made 2. Kylie made 1. Kaylin's made a couple.
Addie had
Kaylin made one.
for
and,
Maddie.
I think Kaylin made
Kay-
2
Kaylin's
because she
got
banked
2.
one in. Yeah.
Oh,
Kaylin's
yeah, that's
got
right.
2. Maddie's got 1.
So 10.
Ryland now has 2, and Kylie has 1. I mean,
What's that math?
I don't even know.
Well, you were throwing them out there.
Hayward math would say it is
So
what?
5. Okay, we got a timeout here. We can think about this. 5 for Addie. So 7,
Kaylin.
7 with Kaylin. 2 more for
Ryland.
Ryland, and
That's
one,
9.
one from
1 from Maddie is 10.
Oh, yeah,
one-
and
one
1
from
from
Schaefer.
Schaefer.
Yeah.
So that's 11.
hot dang. So 11 times 3 is what?
Carry the
3,
2.
carry the 2. 30, 33.
That's 33 right there. I
Well-
can tell you what, it's more than the Tigers have on the board. So
Yeah. Well, let's say thank you to First National Bank
Let's
of
do it.
River Falls.
Locally rooted and proudly running for 120 years, the First National Bank of River Falls consistently supports the community through donations and volunteer initiatives. First National Bank of River Falls, serving up big bank services with a small town charm.
And I glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal. We have a little vanilla ice cranking, but thank you, First National Bank of River Falls.
all right, we've got Madison Comroe at the line. Should be shooting 2, right? Or she already shot 1.
Okay, I'm off. Hang on. 28.
Yeah, it says 28.
Did he already have one up there?
There it is, 29.
Oh, God darn it.
You had it right. Trust your instincts. Trust your math. I mean, this math has been
I
fantastic
mean, we just
tonight.
did fantastic.
Look at
There
that.
you go.
Oh, Rally O'Malley to the hoop.
Okay. That's not a travel. That was a good step through. That's all right.
You get one.
So I think with Abby there, like I like that. She got the ball and she didn't like go down. She made a quick decision. I'm fine with that. That was good.
Yeah.
She works her tail off to get that rebound. You go right back up with it.
I just got tapped on the shoulder by our cameraman, and he said, "Why is that a travel?" think you might be right.
That's a good move.
Yeah, this is a good move. And look at that. Addie Tim running the court, and she sees Kylie Schaefer to the bucket. That was the left lane right there.
Yeah.
She was in the left lane, and she put it in.
And she used her left hand.
Yep.
And she's not left-handed.
That's right. It's more impressive that way, isn't it?
Yes.
Good defense. There's just no way that's
Yep.
going in.
Push.
They're pushing again. Addie Tim
Good
finds
luck.
the Admiral.
Ah,
Rushed it a little bit there, maybe.
Yep.
That's
but
all
that's
right.
a great find.
It is. That was a great look.
She'll stop.
That's
it,
McKenna
Bob.
Richter. She started. There's another rebound by the Admiral. And here comes Aubrey O'Malley getting things started. Ryland Sticks says, why not? And
Yes.
she makes it again. That would be the 12th, I believe.
True.
She's a sharpshooter tonight, the Razor is. There's Miley Covey, she's going all the way in.
Yeah.
Tell you, we were late on that.
Yeah.
You try to step in, you're going to get a foul. Just live to see another day. 60-31 is your score. 9:05 to play. Addie's a little bit tired, you can tell.
Yep. She's gassed.
All right, here comes O'Malley.
Slow her down here. Well, O'Malley don't go slow. Never mind.
Yeah,
That girl's got lots of energy.
she
Yep.
does. Okay, we're
Yeah.
standing around a little bit here, though. That one is not going to get through. She tried to sneak it through to Abigail Trikel. Timeout here might be a good idea.
Yep.
Right now, we're getting out hustled right now.
Yeah. That's 3 offensive rebounds.
They're tired. You can tell our girls are tired. Look, typically, Kaylin eats up a lot of minutes,
Yep.
and that's not the case tonight, which means somebody who's not used to playing that much is playing right now.
Yeah.
So, like I said, a little timeout might be good for this team.
Well, we've been playing really well, but now,
Abby.
all right. But now you get into this, you get a little bit sloppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take that time out, clean it up.
You bet. Give them a break. There's Covey
Short.
pulling the trigger on it again. It's short. Now, normally Abby would not.
Just stand there and watch
She wouldn't
that.
just stand there and watch that, right? All right, here comes. So the fresh legs of Maddie Vitt are going to come back in. And here comes number 4 with 4 fouls.
The hacker. I mean, the Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, has anybody told her that the hacksaw belongs to Jordan Schwantz? I mean, that's a nickname that has gone into the Hall of Fame. You're not going to get it, KK. There, nobody got it. Oh, wow. That was a scrum, a little scramble. And there's Aubrey O'Malley cleaning it up.
Okay.
That's tough right there. Good
Oh,
defense
okay.
there without fouling. And there's Maddie getting her hands on it.
All right.
This whole thing is just out of sorts.
Yeah.
It's pandalirium out there.
Something. Yeah.
It just got a very different vibe, though.
Yeah, so it's 60-35, and it kind of feels like the last couple minutes. It feels like, we've given up 10 offense. I know we haven't, but, everybody's just a little bit tired.
Yeah.
Legs are getting a little bit
Even
heavy.
the officials know it, and they're like,
Yeah.
let's give you a break, ladies.
Yeah.
Kaylin's not just going to sit back. She's going to be aggressive. Try to get in that passing there. There's another one with Kylie Schaefer trying to get in that passing there. That's J.C. Wall. She hits one. All right, it's 60-38 now. This New Richmond team kind of scores in bunches, though.
Yeah.
They muck it up, and then they score
Good
a bunch
job.
of good. Yep. Good backdoor
Fake a
cut
pass.
all the way in.
Good
Put it
take,
in.
KK.
Good job, KK. She's
Real
got
impressive
12
on that
now.
pass because a couple years ago, Maddie's just going to throw that.
Yep.
It's going to get picked off. But now she's a senior now. She knows, gives that little fake, gets
Yep.
the backdoor action.
Holy cow, that is a tough shot. Gabby
Yeah.
Schlafer, the sophomore, turns back the other way and shoots it over Abigail Trikel. Not many people do that.
No.
Good job by Maddie. Find Abigail. Tough pass down low to
Go up.
Schaefer trying to get it out to Kay. Does. Kay gets it back out there.
Good
Just moving the ball
patience,
well.
good.
Yeah. There's O'Malley looking to get it going. That's a tough pass. It was tipped, so that is not an over and back. Kalen's going all the way in.
Okay.
There. She's just going to go. He's going to go all the way in. That's 14 for the Jolly Rancher.
Again, difference between kind of that senior class and the underclass. She just knew, I got it. I'm
Yep.
taking the lead. There's 2 other girls there.
Yep.
But she knew if she had
Yeah.
position on it, was going up.
She made a decision, and it was turn and burn, and it was decisive. And
Yeah. And it was 2 points.
That was a club to the head on that one by Maddie, if you saw that one. Comroe shooting her second. She makes that one. 64-41 is your score. Got a message here from Marty Paulson, who does the girls soccer and boys soccer broadcast. He says, say hi to Grandpa Joe for me. And he just guessed that Grandpa Joe was the first one. Is that that's going to be Kalen's
Offensive?
fifth? They're going to foul out Kalen, I guess. That's a tough call.
yeah. I didn't see that. It looked like there was 3 people down there. A lot of traffic.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
I don't think that ref got the memo that this is senior night. But it puts Riley Dubois back on the court,
There you go.
the other senior, and she's going to clean it up. Look at her.
Oh.
Abby Trickle says, now that right there, that's how you foul.
Yeah.
That right there cannot be denied. All right, we got 5:33 to play. Kalen is out. She's done. We got a 23-point lead.
Gym is getting busy.
The gym is getting very busy. There's a couple misses. Riley trying to grab that rebound. There's Aubrey O'Malley. She steps on the line.
Good hustle.
Yep, she hustled it down. It's going to be New Richmond ball. J.C. Wall throwing up another one. And there's Abigail Trickle to clean that one up.
Run some offense here.
Yep.
Run some clock.
Down low to Abigail.
Yeah.
That'll work.
A
That'll
little
work.
up and
Good
under,
feed.
and she puts it in. That's 14 for Abigail Trickle.
Oh, rebound that.
And there's Aubrey O'Malley. She's got about 3 of those
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. Kind
Tell
of
you
those
what.
long rebounds. It's good to stick your nose in there. You never
You bet.
know, right?
Get down in there.
Yeah. All the way.
Schaefer. All
You bet.
Schaefer, I mean,
There
all
you
the way
go.
in. She puts it in again. This is her highest scoring game here as a varsity player. She's got 9 tonight. I love it.
Yeah, but again, she's making the decision to go shoot him. The last few games you watch her, she's just running the offense, running the circle,
Yep.
looping,
Yep.
passing.
And I tell you, too, you know, as we get into, you know, playing a lot more games, it's good to see her in a game like this, kind of get her confidence up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, first
absolutely.
game back from break, and now she can be a little bit more effective when we play against the Memorials, the Norse, the Hubsons,
Absolutely.
right? Because we're going to need
Absolutely.
her in games like that.
Absolutely.
Get that ball
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Come on, Riley. Not there, but she gets a rebound,
again.
puts it right back up.
Ah.
Oh, not there. That's all right.
Keep firing, girl. Anytime you
bet.
get that ball.
Yeah.
You bet. Like her out there directing traffic, too. Who's got her? That's going to be a foul on Riley Dubois.
That is a, what do they call it? Nickel dime.
Nickel
Nickel dimer.
for the Riddler.
Hey, it's official. She's in the book. Well, she was before.
Yeah.
68-41, just over 4 minutes to play. Wall makes the first. Geez, we got the band here getting warmed up for the boys' game. It's a kind of an electric crowd here. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier where you get more people in the stands. It just brings more energy to the game on the court, too. And I think the
100%.
girls have played well and used that to their advantage as well.
Tell you what, Addie Tim just out-muscled Jenna Gretzlock. That is not easy to do. Just pulls on that rebound. You know, Addie's not a senior, but she has played with these girls for a long time. And that is a 3 for the Riddler. You never know what she's going to do, but on that one, she put it in the hoop.
She's going to
She's
shoot
got
it like
the
she's going to make
rebound.
it.
No joking around.
That one, she tried to throw it to Addie, but Addie wasn't looking for the ball. Miley Covey scoops it up, puts it in. No, I was saying Addie's not a senior, but she's played with these girls for a long time. You can tell she's got that look to her that she doesn't want to let anybody down either. She wants to make this special for them.
Yeah.
Down low to Schaefer.
Oh,
what a
yes.
move.
There.
Beautiful. Kylie Schaefer.
She is playing with a ton
Yeah,
of
she
confidence
is.
tonight.
Looked like an extra little jump there, but
The
JC, well, I don't know what that was, but
Block.
Schaefer's getting her hands on a lot of balls. That puts Covey to the line.
Gosh, 73 points.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And you know what's good about this? I obviously can see the kids that are in there, but I think we're looking at, for sure, 4 kids in double figures.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
At least. Yep.
These
'Cause
4, maybe
No,
5?
it's 5
There's
because
3 on the board now,
Yeah.
Kaylin.
Kaylin and Abigail.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
5.
So we got 5 in double figures.
Yeah, that usually bodes well
It does.
for your team when
It
you.
does. Kaylin and Abigail, I think, both have 14. Addie's leading with
Fong.
15.
Again.
Yeah, do it.
Riley Dubois puts in another one. She's got 5 points on the night.
That kid.
She's
Riddle
having
me
fun.
this, Riley. That was kind of wrong place, wrong time. Just an aggressive move, but knocked over number 24, junior Madeline Wilhelm, with the face mask on, doing her best Jordan Torres impression.
Are those Riley's first buckets this year?
Those are her first varsity buckets.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Couldn't come on any better night.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Keep shooting.
And I love it, too, because those 2 shots that she made, it wasn't like, oh, gee, I think I might be open.
No, she's like,
she was ready.
Yep.
Yeah. And typically when you're ready to shoot it before you catch it, that's when it's going to have the best chance going in. And she's been decisive on those last 2. I hope we get in another one here.
You bet.
Oh.
Riley stepped in the lane there, but she made it, so they didn't have to blow the whistle.
And she was like, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
Good
Good
pass.
backdoor cut.
Another one.
Oh, Kylie's just trying to pad her stats, get some rebounds there.
Well, she kind of went up to go
Yeah.
shoot, but didn't, and then she drug the foot.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
What am
got
I
it.
doing? Yeah.
We're probably at the point, too, where we can get some of our 9th graders in there. Huh?
You
We
bet.
got a couple more down there.
Yeah, I would be clearing the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, get them some burn, get them some experience.
You bet.
They're in the bonus.
Yep. Aubrey in really good position. One of those just, again, learning moment, right?
There we go.
Yeah, here comes number 0, Skywalker, Hudson Walker. She's going to give Addie Tim a break. Maggie Heineke shooting a second. That one is just off, and who's there for the rebound? Riley Dubois.
Get it back to her.
Ryland sticked. That rebound went to Madeline Wilhelm, but Riley Dubois had a nice box out on the opposite side of that one. Good help. J.C. Wall from deep. That hit backboard. Ryland Stick slows it down up to Hudson Walker.
Do it.
Pulls the trigger on it. Why not? Everybody's
Heck
scoring
yeah.
today.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
I think Walker should be called the Joker because of that big smile she always has on.
I love it. Well, her sister in soccer was called the Freight Train. She earned every bit of that nickname. Ryland Stick, 4-3. That one's off, but there's Schaefer.
Oh.
Kind of got her pocket pick there. Little offensive forearm shiver there, but let's not call it.
That's a good call.
There's a minute left in this game. Don't worry about that one.
Corner.
Just eat it. Eat
One
the
more.
clock here.
Do
There
it.
you go.
Riley working on it. There's Hudson Walker. Ryland sticked.
Call a timeout.
Yeah, timeout, sub timeout.
Here's Walker, Hudson. All the way up and just not quite there. Kylie Schaefer
Kylie
knocks it
says,
out of
I'll
bounds.
knock it out. We get that sub in.
And that last sub is, we're going to go with the jigsaw.
The jigsaw. I like it.
Miss.
It's either going to be the
Jasmine
jigsaw or
Schwartz.
the buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw's not bad either.
But she liked the jigsaw.
She liked the jigsaw.
Getting jiggy with it. I thought they had 51.
Good D.
Good D there by Hudson
Way to
Walker.
hold your ground.
And Riley Dubois with the rebound. Aubrey pushing it up. There we go. Oh, she was looking for.
Yeah.
There we go. Riley
Get in
not
there.
there, but there's
Yeah.
a rebound by Jazzy, the jigsaw.
Do it again.
Another rebound by the jigsaw.
Her sister's going
Yeah, I
crazy
saw
over
that.
there.
I looked over.
She's loving every minute of it.
3.5 seconds left. I forgot to hit stop.
Out to Schaefer. She knows just why not. Yeah. There was a foul there, but why call it right now?
Ah, good win
That's
for
your
the Cats
final, you
on
bet.
senior night.
75-50. Tell you, if there's any day to use up all your fouls, why not on senior night?
Yep.
Yeah. Might as well. Then you get to sit back and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, she was probably coming out in the next minute or two
Yeah.
anyway.
Might as well use it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was a great win. 75-50. I don't know, 75, that's got to be close to our high, isn't it?
This year?
This year?
I would say
I
by-
wouldn't even say even
by a
close.
mile.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
what we scored against
Chip.
Chip.
Were
Was
we
it
in the 60s?
60s maybe, yeah. So,
yeah.
But yeah, 75 is outstanding.
Yeah.
But no, they played well, played with confidence. New Richmond came out early, and with that press, we struggled.
Yeah,
It
they
was-
kind of did us a little bit of a favor by getting out of it.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, there was a stretch there where we were beating it because their back end of that was coming up, and we were just throwing it over the top, so maybe the coach saw something there. But, like we talked about, when we get into the half court and we started moving the ball side to side, 3 passes, 5 passes, as good as we shot it tonight, it's probably can be attributed to how well we were moving it. We were getting
Yes.
good, clean looks. And
Yep. And we're getting them good inside out. That was,
Yeah.
getting the ball, when you get the ball down, especially Trico, but you get those touches down there and get it kicked back out, now it even opens up the defense underneath. So if you do miss, she's right there
And
for
you think
another
about
rebound.
that, dad's rebound for their moms and dads rebound for their kids under the basket, and they throw it out to them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They never stand out on the perimeter and throw it to them, right? So that's where they're most
used
comfortable.
to it,
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's flipping right
All right,
away.
we're-
Wow,
yeah.
there she
We
is.
got up here. We got. That's all right. I'll ask him. You'll remember him as we go here. So tonight we've got, for your viewing pleasure, we've got Kaylin Gell. It's Kaylin. You can sit right there.
Oh, wow.
The Jolly Rancher got a nice seat for you.
Hey.
Her little brother Ryland's getting the camera turned around for everybody. So let's talk a little bit about this game, Kaylin. So you were so excited for senior night tonight that You decided, what the heck? I don't need to play that much. We're winning this game by a lot. What'd you think about getting those 5 fouls and having to sit for a while?
Well, this is going to be difficult. The band is like so loud.
The band is very loud.
I mean,
It is what it is, right?
yeah, I mean, the team did just fine without me. I mean, everyone played hard, so.
Great to see that.
Yeah.
I think you had 14. You had a lot of energy when you were out there. Maddie Vitt, she had her hand on the ball about 400 times, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
And Riley Dubois comes in the
Yeah.
end and throws some buckets in. How fun is that on a senior night?
Oh, I'm so happy for those two. Maddie just played her heart out. And
She really did. I agree.
It's so exciting to go see Riley get in there and just finally get those buckets. She's been working hard, so.
You bet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, here's some questions for you tonight. You've been assigned to guard the other team's best player often this season, including tonight, right? What is your mindset to approaching that challenge?
I mean, I know it's never going to be easy, so I just have to go out there and play hard. I use my length, so I use my quickness to just try to stay with them as much as I can. So.
Do you relish the challenge? Do you like the challenge?
Yep.
Good. So next question. Throughout youth basketball, we talked a little bit about it tonight. You were always the shortest player on the team, and now you've grown into one of the tallest. How did that experience back then help you play now?
Thanks. Well, I guess it's just, you learn to get to the hoop. You got to be strong down low and you're littler, and you got to try not to get blocked. But, now I just, I have an advantage. So when I get to the hoop, it's not as difficult to get up there, and now I get to block other people.
That's right. I like it.
Yep.
All right, as a senior leader on this team, what advice have you given the younger girls getting their first varsity action?
Just play. They can't be worried about making mistakes because it's going to happen. Freshman year, that's a tough role to be in, so you just got to go out there and you just got to play.
Absolutely, that's good advice.
Thanks.
You also play soccer in the spring.
Yep.
What is your favorite sport, and how has soccer helped you on the basketball court?
I like basketball. I think soccer has definitely helped with my quickness back and forth, and I don't know. I think it's just helped with being a team leader too a little bit, not everything like that.
Absolutely, yeah. No, that's great. And you're a captain on the soccer team coming up here, so
Yep.
you got that to look forward this spring. Tell us how you got your nickname, the Jolly Rancher, and how do you like that nickname?
I believe it was from Rob Derry, right?
It was from Rob Derry.
I like it. It's unique. I think it's definitely stuck. People call me Jolly a lot, so it's
Why did he call you that? Why did he come up with that?
Because my shot is sweet as candy.
Your shot is sweet as
Even
candy.
if I bank it in.
Even when you bank it in. All right.
Points are points.
All right, Kay, last one. What are your plans for next year after high school?
I'm planning on attending Eau Claire and majoring in business for now. We'll see. But yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Well, why don't you get in the locker room and celebrate this this win tonight? Pretty fun.
Yeah.
I see a couple grandmas over your left shoulder there.
Oh.
I think they probably want a hug, so you do that before you head to the locker room.
They want to interview too. They're interviewing them
Oh!
next.
No, they're next, yeah.
Kaylin, great job
All right,
tonight.
yeah, good
Fun
job,
to watch.
KK. All right, sorry about the band noise there, but we'll make the best of it that we can. Yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. That was a great win.
Yeah.
And we got another one right away on Monday. Our next game is Monday at Prescott. It is a little bit different time again, like Sean said. I think it's late.
Yep.
So look at the YouTube, and you'll see when that's coming on. It'll be out there here soon. So with that, I think we can put a bow on this thing. Let's get out of here, huh?
I think
All right.
so.
Awesome.
Good night, y'all.
See ya.